Look at this. The ginger I just bought the other day is already shriveled, and some are even moldy. Ginger isn't cheap lately. Seeing this is truly heart-wrenching, right, everyone? Don't throw them away just yet. Today, I'll share with you 4 golden ways to preserve ginger, keeping it fragrant and spicy for up to a year, just like it was freshly picked. Before we start, I'm curious, which country or city are you watching this from? Please comment below so I can know and say hello to you. Now let's get started right away. Freshly bought ginger often has a lot of dust and debris trapped in its small crevices and rough surface, which can affect the storage quality if not handled carefully. The first thing I always do is rinse the ginger under running water to immediately remove the outer layer of dirt and sand. Drawing from my experience, I recommend not overlooking this step. These small crevices are ideal hiding spots for bacteria and pesticide residues. A clean surface is essential for maintaining the ginger's freshness and essential oils for as long as possible. After the initial rinse, I place the ginger into a clean bowl to prepare for the next deep cleaning step. We aren't just washing the surface, we're disinfecting it to ensure absolute safety for our health. I add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda to the bowl. This is the golden duo in clean food processing that I always trust. Then I pour in enough water to completely cover the ginger. Make sure all the ginger pieces are fully submerged in this solution. I stir gently until the mixture is completely dissolved and let the ginger soak for about 10 minutes. This is enough time for the active ingredients to take effect. After soaking for the required time, I carefully inspect and cut off any damaged parts. Removing these spoiled sections is key to preventing mold from spreading during long-term storage. For larger ginger roots, I usually break them in half. This not only makes cleaning the inner crevices much easier, but also makes the subsequent packaging and storage process much neater. A small tip I always apply is using a small brush to thoroughly scrub the ginger crevices before moving on to the next preparation step. These are the spots where the most stubborn dirt and bacteria often reside, which regular rinsing can hardly clean entirely. I usually don't peel the ginger, I just clean it thoroughly. According to experts, the peel is where many essential oils and vital nutrients are concentrated, helping to preserve its natural medicinal properties and flavor. Then I rinse it one more time under running water to completely remove any remaining residue. This ensures the ginger is pure and clean before storage. Once washed, I let the ginger dry completely before starting the 4 preservation methods. Excess moisture is the primary enemy that causes ginger to mold and spoil easily. First, I take a portion of the ginger and slice it thinly. A small fact that few people notice. When slicing, you should cut across the ginger fibers. Slicing across the grain like this not only makes blending easier, but also helps break down the oil-containing cells, releasing the maximum aroma and characteristic pungency when we cook. After slicing, I put all the ginger into the blender and add a little water. Adding water not only helps the machine run more smoothly, but also creates the perfect medium for the ginger's essences to dissolve and be fully released. I adjust to a moderate speed, blending until the mixture reaches a uniform consistency. At this point, the characteristic pungent aroma of fresh ginger begins to spread, a sign that the ginger cells have been broken down, ready for long-term storage. Then I divide the ginger into ice cube tray slots, or small portions, just enough for one use. Portioning it like this is a habit that helps us precisely control the flavor of our dishes without having to remeasure. Once portioned, I put the tray in the freezer. Immediate freezing helps lock in all the essential oils and precious anti-inflammatory compounds within the ginger. Just wait until the ginger cubes are frozen solid, and we'll have perfect spice cubes, ready for any stir-fry, braised dish, or warm ginger tea. Once the ginger is frozen solid, I take the tray out and pop the cubes out. Then I put them all into a zip bag. This makes the freezer space much tidier. I press out the excess air and seal the bag tight. Each cube is perfectly portioned for a single use, making it incredibly quick and easy. When needed, I just grab a cube and use it immediately. No chopping, no thawing, and no dirtying extra knives or boards. It's a huge time saver. This is the same method my mother has used for years. Whenever ginger is in season or cheap, she prepares it in advance like this, convenient and very economical. With the remaining minced ginger, I add a little more water and blend it thoroughly. Our goal is to completely break down the cells to release the maximum essence and medicinal properties within the ginger. Once blended, I strain the mixture through a thin cloth. You should choose a fabric with a medium mesh to ensure the ginger extract is clear and smooth. I squeeze every bit carefully to extract all the precious ginger juice inside. An important note from my experience: remember to wear gloves, as fresh ginger juice is very hot and pungent and can easily cause a burning sensation on your skin. I'll keep this ginger pulp. Don't rush to throw it away because it still holds great value. In culinary and healthcare, this is a wonderful ingredient for making pure ginger powder. I pour the filtered ginger water into a pot and start simmering. Throughout this process, you need to stir continuously to ensure the heat is evenly distributed and to prevent the mixture from scorching at the bottom. When the mixture starts to simmer, I add a little sugar. This isn't too much, just enough to mellow out the sharp pungency of the fresh ginger, making the flavor more balanced. Of course, you can completely adjust the amount of sugar to best suit your taste and your family's needs. Then I turn the heat down and continue stirring. You will see the mixture gradually thicken, turning into a beautiful light brown and emitting a very pleasant, warm ginger aroma. When the ginger concentrate reaches the desired thickness, I turn off the stove. This is when the ginger essence is most concentrated, flavorful, and rich in medicinal properties. Finally, I let the concentrate cool down naturally. Allowing it to cool slowly helps stabilize its structure before we transfer it to storage jars. Once the ginger juice has cooled, I pour it into a clean, thoroughly sterilized glass jar. This is a very important step to ensure the ginger juice does not ferment or spoil during storage. Each time I use it, I just take a small amount, mix it with warm water, and add a slice of fresh lemon for a very convenient and fragrant ginger drink. This warm ginger drink is a lifesaver on cold days, helping to warm the body instantly. Additionally, it's an excellent beverage to support digestion after every meal. I tighten the lid and store it in the refrigerator. With this method, the ginger concentrate will maintain its best quality for months, always ready to serve your family's health. I continue to repurpose this ginger pulp to make something else very useful. I spread the pulp evenly on parchment paper. Remember, the thinner the layer, the faster and more evenly it will dry. I put it in the air fryer to dry at about 90 degrees Celsius, 194 degrees Fahrenheit, for 30 minutes. Maintaining a low temperature helps preserve the natural enzymes and aroma of the ginger without scorching it. A small note, remember to open it and stir occasionally so the ginger dries evenly from the inside out. At this point, the ginger in the air fryer is done. Once the ginger is completely dry and has a certain crispness, I put it all into the blender. I blend it until it becomes a very fine powder. You'll notice the scent is even more intense and concentrated than fresh ginger because the water has been removed, leaving only the essence. Finally, I put the ginger powder into a clean, dry glass jar. Now I have an additional 100% pure, natural spice for my kitchen. This ginger powder is very handy for making tea, cooking, or simply mixing with warm water on cold days. Just a pinch is enough to warm your entire body. Finally, with the remaining large and beautiful ginger roots, I put them all into a glass jar. A small note, I don't pack them too tightly to avoid bruising the ginger and to allow cold air to circulate evenly. Preparing ginger jars like this isn't just about preserving ingredients. It's my way of proactively taking care of my family's health. Once packed, I seal the lid and put it in the freezer. This method requires almost no prep, but ginger can be stored for a long time without wrinkling, molding, or absorbing odors from other foods. When there's always ginger in the kitchen, whether on sunny days or cold nights, I always feel at peace, knowing I've prepared the best to keep my loved ones warm and boost their immunity. Whenever needed, I just take the ginger out, grate or slice it, and use it immediately without thawing. Frozen ginger is surprisingly easy to grate, no slipping, no mushiness, and no leaking juice. On busy days, I absolutely love this method because it's so fast and convenient. After use, just reseal the lid and put the jar back in the freezer. This method can preserve whole ginger for 8 to 12 months or even longer if the jar is completely sealed, while the aroma and warm spiciness remain perfectly intact. So, from just one batch of ginger, I can create various preservation methods that are incredibly convenient for long-term use. From frozen cubes to ginger concentrate and powder, all of these help me save more and never worry about ginger spoiling or shriveling again. If you also tend to buy ginger in bulk, I hope these methods will be useful for your kitchen. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video.